Those of you who are new to this channel will know the one key thing I started this channel for was because I saw people on YouTube suggesting there was millions of ways out there you could just become a millionaire overnight. They would tell you to start a YouTube channel, upload footage of rain with rain background music, and then instantly, look at that, $1,400 a month. But we all know that is not true. But there are still thousands of people out there on YouTube pushing different either sites or get rich quick schemes, everything like that, and saying that they work. So yesterday when I was scrolling through YouTube looking for something to watch, I came across this video. 10 websites that will pay you daily within 24 hours, easy work from home jobs. And I thought to myself, let's give that a try. That's the whole point in this channel, to try out them videos and see whether or not they're telling the truth. And maybe if we look at this and get 3 or 4 websites out of this that we can add to our daily routine and add to getting some profit into our account, then that will be spot on. But I've got a feeling we're going to find out that it's not true and it's not reality. So let's get into it. I'm going to be doing this video in 2 parts. The second part of this video is going to come out on the 6th of November. Oh, sorry, the 6th of December. This video is coming out on the 1st of November, this one. And then the second part of this video is going to be coming out on the 6th of December. You might be wondering why such a big gap. That is because today I'm going to be taking you through each of these websites. Show you their website. Give you my initial thoughts on it and how I think it's going to go. And then I'm going to spend the next month using these 10 websites and seeing if it's really true. Do you get paid within 24 hours? I already know a few of these where you don't, so that was already an initial lie. But I'm going to see if you get paid within 24 hours, see how much you can get, see if it's just a one-off job or if it's a bit longer term, everything like that. We're going to go through every single detail we possibly can about these sites. I just want to give myself some time to learn these sites. That may then make you think, well, why don't you just save that and do that as a one-off video? Just go through the sites and tell us how you think they were as the video. That will be more important. But I personally think that won't be very helpful. I think if I do this video now for you guys to watch, to see these 10 websites, it allows you to also go try out these websites yourself as well. We can both have a month playing around with them and then come back and let each other know in the comments how we all think the sites went. Because if I come back in a month's time and say, these 2 sites here, they're spot on, they work flawlessly, then we're suddenly going to have a few, possibly 100 people signing up to them sites, and it's going to be hard to get work. So what I'd actually recommend we do now is we all try out these sites beforehand. We all give them a little bit of a quick go here. It's an extra month's worth of profit you could get from these sites compared to if I just did the next video by itself. So hopefully that makes sense as to why I'm doing this in 2 parts. And to be honest, I've got some initial reaction on some of these sites anyway. So let me start taking you through the list. So to start with, we have user testing, and anyone who has been on this channel before knows how much I love user testing. It is a platform I use regularly. It is a perfect platform for making money. Whether you like just sitting on your computer, reviewing apps, reviewing websites, it's spot on. If you're a bit more confident and you're open to having some Skype calls, you can make some extraordinary amount of profit from it. There is always jobs available, maybe not constantly throughout the day, but there is some decent opportunity there to make some money. In fact, in the next few weeks, which is another reason why you should hit that subscribe button, I'm going to be sitting down for a full day, a full 9 to 5 day, as if I was at a normal office job, doing user testing. We're going to see how many jobs pop up, how many we qualify for, and how much profit we make, or how much money we make in general. So be sure to stick around for that. But user testing is one that I don't even need to include on the next video because I know how good it is. But there is one downside. You do not, however much Kevin David wants to say you will, you do not get paid within 24 hours. It is very well known that user testing pay you 7 days exactly from when you complete your task. So initially there already, one lie down. I feel like if I was a bit more better with my graphics, we could get a counter going somewhere. But this is the whole point in this channel. We're going to test out what other people on YouTube say. So if you've got any recommendations, let me know in the comments. I'm going to be going through TikTok as well and getting some side hustles off there, seeing if they really get in some profit. We're going to be trying everything over the next few months. But to start with, one lie, and unfortunately, it's about the site I love the most. User testing, I cannot recommend it more if you haven't tried it out yet. Next up, we have QMe. Now, QMe is basically it's a survey site that has a bit of cashback in there as well. You can see here instantly, no surveys available apparently. There is cashback that is available, but to be honest, cashback, if you're in the UK, your best bet's just top cashback. They're really quick with their cashback. They're really easy to use. They're really trusted. I just recommend using them from the off. You've then got deals and gaming. I've played some of these. Chances are they make the section you need to get to in these games look within reach so that you play the game a lot, but then as it gets on, it gets harder and you can't actually get to the sections. So to be honest, QMe, we've tried it out before. The only thing it's useful for is surveys, and if you want to do surveys full time, then go use Prolific. Prolific might not have as much variety of surveys available. It might take a while before you get some of them, but it's such a better website and so much more well designed. You can see instantly from the surveys that come up how much you will get on an hourly wage for the survey, how long it's going to take to complete, and you get paid on this website fairly instantly. As soon as it hits your account up here, once you pass the £5 mark, you can withdraw the money. I have made, let's just check over here, £105.24 from Prolific. It is 100% the site I'd recommend if you want to do surveys. So QMe, no. Push that to the back. If you want cashback rewards, use top cashback. If you want to make money playing games, learn how to play roulette. And if you want to play or do some surveys, use Prolific. They're not boring surveys. Some of them are quite interesting. QMe, they're all just text, boring surveys. Yes, there's a lot available, but take that as a reason as to why there's a lot available, because no one wants to do them. Next, we've got two sites that are very similar to each other. One's called Field Agent, the other Gig Walk. Both are just all about doing some in-field tasks for shopping providers around wherever you live locally. Both these I haven't heard of before and look fairly decent, so I'm going to be giving both a go over the course of the next month. So these are two to keep note of. They could end up being quite good. Bird electric scooters is one I won't be able to do over here because it is just America and most of Europe, but apparently these electric scooters, if you go out, collect them, bring them back to your house and charge them up, you'll be getting between $5 and $10 or $20. It's worth a try if you're in any of them areas, but it's a bit of a strange one that might end up costing you quite a bit in electric, so be sure to make sure it's actually profitable before you start doing it. But I think even if this was in my location, I wouldn't be giving it a go. We've then got a site such as OneSpace. I think this site is very similar to the sites like Clickworker, but I think it's going to be worth giving a go to. But again, because I haven't heard of it before, I assume if it was better than Clickworker and sites like that, you're probably going to have heard of it, so I'm not too optimistic with this one either. But again, we'll give it a go over the course of the next month and see exactly what it's like. But I think this is one where I think I'm going to do kind of like QMe and just suggest something that's better if this is something you wanted to do. For example, Clickworker. It's probably going to be an easier bet to use than this site. Coming down to the last few, we've then got Scribble, which is all about transcribing audio and video files and just typing. This is one I'll try to do, but I used to do this for a company, I believe it's called Reeve maybe. I used to do this a few years ago. They can just get a bit tedious. It says you're getting 10 cents per minute, which may sound okay, but to be honest, it takes a lot longer than you expect to type up these files. I'm a quick typer myself, and it takes way too long. I'll try sign up for it, but again, as well as that, my grammar is horrific, so chances are this one's might be perfect for you, don't get me wrong, but I'd probably recommend going for a site such as Rev. Rev were really good when I worked for them before. The payments were very quick, effective. If you're a fast typer and good with grammar, this will be a better opportunity for you to make some money, to be honest. I'll give Scribble a go, see what it's like, but I would say go for the captions option over on Rev and see how you get on with that as well. I'll try get approved for Scribble. I tried to get approved for Rev for a video for a few months back, but unfortunately my grammar wasn't good enough. So if we get let onto Scribble, at least you know it's easier to get accepted than Rev. You then got Clear Voice, which is apparently all about writing content for people. It's basically a freelance site that is dedicated just to writers. So with my grammar being really poor, chances are we're probably not going to get onto that one. But it seems to be a common theme with the suggestions from the video we watched that you require some sort of skill for most of these. For the ones that look like they're going to get you the most amount of profit, you need to either be good with writing, good with your grammar, good with other things like that. It's not really jobs that anyone can do, apart from maybe the user testing, surveys, field agent, but then that's all just common things that people have said. At the moment, the field agent and the gig walk, they're the two that are really intriguing me, because they're a bit more interactive roles you can do, but it just depends on how many of them roles are available, especially if you don't live in like a big town or city. The chances of you finding roles on that are going to be quite slim. So it's going to be interesting to see. If they have jobs available all the time, then they can be quite good. But let's be honest, they won't do, otherwise we probably would have heard of them before. Clear Voice, it's about writing content. I'll try get approved for it and see how it goes, but the chances are it's not going to go too well for someone like me who isn't that great at writing. If you're a great writer, maybe this is one you can try out over the next month and let other people know in the follow-up video how well it is or how well it goes. But please, give it a go. Don't write it off just because I've said I'll be rubbish at it. You might end up really enjoying it. We then have Google Opinion Rewards. I've never heard of this one, but with it being Google, I'm anticipating it being quite a busy app. I'm expecting lots of people to be on it. So we're going to definitely give it a go. I have no idea what to expect from this one, so maybe this one might even be a standalone video, but it does look like it's just going to be surveys again. I'm thinking it's probably going to be similar to YouGov, quick 10-pen surveys, nothing too intense, nothing too long to read or anything like that. So it might be a nice middle ground to go in between QMe, just in case you didn't want to do the massive surveys. But I'm not expecting the rewards to be huge from this. It's probably not going to be enough to really make a substantial difference to anyone's income. And then to finish off, we have a site called Marketer Agency, or I should say Marketer Magic. Now, you might have saw before on other people's videos recommendations of going through Google Maps, looking for a business that is quite low down, trying to SEO them up to the top, build them a better website, get in contact with them, improve their SEO, get some better reviews for them, everything like that. That is a viable option, but you do need to have a decent portfolio to be able to reach out to that individual business, to be able to convince them to let you take it on for them, and you need to be good at SEO, otherwise you're not going to be getting paid for it because you're not going to be doing the job it's set out. It can be quite tricky to get people, to get a list of people who are low down in them lists. So what Marketer Magic does is it provides you with a list of the businesses that are looking for work, and it provides you with their emails, their phone numbers, everything like that. I think this is a good idea in practice, or in principle, but not in practice, because in practice you're basically giving the same list of leads to anyone who wants it. These people are just going to be constantly pestered by people who are offering the same things. It is just going to be better for you to, instead of going through all these leads, to just go onto Google, search for a random area and just type something in, like maybe a mechanic or any other sort of jobs like that, maybe even small hairdressers, and just look around and try and find some smaller ones that don't have websites. So for example, we've got this one here that opens soon. They have a website. Is it any good? It's okay, nothing special. You can tell it's just a simple WordPress theme. Nothing too incredible about it. Maybe you could go and, I mean, you can tell it's a WordPress theme, they've still got the WordPress icon in the top. But something like that, going through with that and then saying to them, I can get you ranked higher up on Google, I can get you a better website, that's something that might not appear in these leads. And if it does appear in them leads, chances are you've got hundreds of other people who've paid for this going to get it. It does cost money. We'll try this method out, not through Marketer Magic. We'll try it out through going through Google. I have tried it before and didn't get any responses, but we'll give it another go. I just think it'll be better doing it through Google rather than through this. So it's not a bad idea, but I think there will be a better option out there. But that is it for the 10. It's a basic, standard 10 websites that everyone seems to suggest. You got your survey website, you got user testing, you got some random transcription sites in there as well. It's all the same stuff. We'll try them all out. None of them met his title of saying paid within 24 hours, or none of the ones that I knew anyway. It's all about whether you hit the thresholds, or some of them were just a week deadline, nowhere near the 24 hours. So we can already tell there that quite a bit of that was lies. We've got some websites that look okay and new that I've never heard of that we're definitely going to give a go to. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and come back on the 6th for the follow-up video and see if any of them were successful. Give myself a good month to be able to sort this one out and see if any of the methods work. Mainly for the last one, for the messaging companies on Google. We're going to message quite a few of them and see if we get any responses. Hopefully we will, but you can never be so sure. But come back, see how all the websites go. At the moment though, I'm not too optimistic. My personal recommendations, go for your prolific, go for your user testing. If they don't really float your boat, go for your click worker. There are hundreds of different sites out there that are helpful. If you want your cashback, you've got Top Cashback. To be honest, if you want some quick, easy money, get onto match betting if you haven't done that yet. That will be where it's at. But if you want an alternative to that, even go Appen, Linebridge. So many better sites than what have been suggested out there on that video. But I've got a little bit of optimism for some of them. But thank you for watching. See you next time.